Yeah, you had missed this scores, but I was telling him because he didn't really understand. I said I compared it to some of the hottest NBA teams leaving the league
Yeah,
and starting their
pretty
own
much.
league.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's basically what happened. And of course, like I was trying to explain to DJ, the old guards like the Premier League,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Some of these other leagues, they're not going to let that happen. They have too much money invested in these teams and in the whole football, you know what I'm saying, just industry that they would never let
Yeah,
that
it's pretty
happen.
much like a tight knit circle. So if anyone disrupts that circle, everyone doesn't get the same portion to eat, you know?
Gotcha.
So
Right.
with the Super League, they're basically saying, well, we can eat better over here, forget you guys. And that just messed up everything because keep in mind, the rest of the world views football differently than how we view quote unquote soccer.
Right.
Right.
So not only that, you have JP Morgan, bringing out the bag saying, "Hey, we will fund this league." And
The new league for the guys who want to start the new one, they said they'll fund it.
yeah, they literally said
Oh
they will
wow.
fund it. So I think couple weeks ago, that's why if you went on Twitter, you saw JP Morgan was trending because they were outed as, they're the American greed, the American corporation that's going to fund this new league.
Well,
Mm.
they trying to. I would say they trying to basically compete with Barclays.
Mm,
You know
mm.
what I'm saying? Barclays have had their hand in, you know what I'm saying, the football industry for a long time.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With you have clubs like Chelsea where they're heavily invested in.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't really see, even though I admire J.P. Morgan Chase trying to get their foot in the door. That institution of the football is so ingrained in old traditional ways that it would be very hard to even, like I said, even if you had these teams brave enough to leave the leagues, they would make it hard for them to coexist.
But I like the fact that the players had meetings to say, you know what, this is not a good idea. Like they pretty much represent the fans, and they knew it was the wrong move. You got, but I don't want to shit on Americans, but America is looked at as the greed capital of the world. But you're investing into a sport that you have nothing to do with. You have no idea. You don't know the rules, don't know the fundamentals. You don't even know the players. Hell, you don't even know the positions. So yeah, the fans are gonna look at it like, why are you putting your American dollars into this company? Fuck out of here. And as you see over the past couple of days, one by one, teams were just leaving the Super League. They're just like, you know what? Nah, this ain't a good look. So now the Premier League is saying, hey, we're gonna bring you back into the fold, but we got this new rule now. You fuck up again, and you leave that circle that we've built for hundreds and hundreds of generations, that you're done. You can't come back. Your team is folded.
That's basically where
Yeah,
they at with it.
banned.
Like, so the players have, or the teams have gave in and since like went back, quote unquote,
Yeah,
and the league is like, hey, we'll
Yeah,
accept y'all
because
back, but since y'all
yeah,
did this, this is the new rules.
yep. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
it's been backlash from both
Okay.
sides. It's been backlash from the basically the organizations, and it's been backlash from the fans.
Okay.
So you have teams just like, you know what, it was a good idea, but this ain't gonna work.
But you
Right.
know what? On even like I said, I don't know nothing about it, but just hearing about it from y'all, even them leaving and doing that is interesting because it opens up a conversation. Now, they may have went back, but still in the back of some heads, it's like, hey, we could have got away with that if we would have went about certain things different. You know what I'm saying? It just puts a conversation in people's heads. It puts a thought into people's heads like, hey, yeah, we didn't do it this time, but let's behind the scenes, let's start putting something together. So maybe in the next 10 to 15 years, the next time we walk, we can mean it. We can leave. We can stay gone. You know what I'm saying?
I
Right.
agree with you, but at the same time, it also shows what the power of what fans have. Like if the
Yeah.
fans really appreciate and value their team or represent where they're from, hey, don't change nothing. Leave it alone.
Right.
we like it the way it is. So that's all I had on the Super League.
That's
You know
interesting.
what?
I'm actually gonna pay attention to that now. Now that I you guys just educated me on it a little bit more. Like it's I want to see how that plays out. I'm probably not gonna watch not a lick of soccer, but I'm I'm gonna pay attention to the headlines when I see it on Bleacher Report.
Real,
Don't get me wrong. I mean, if you're not really a football / soccer fan, the games can be
Oh my
long. You know what I'm
god!
saying? I would compare it to something like a baseball game
Yes,
as far as the length.
I would even go
3
far.
hours.
I would say soccer is kind of like fishing. You have to be patient to get
The big one.
the fish, to get the big one.
Mhm.
I First thing I
Right.
ever loved was soccer before basketball, but it was all about just kicking the ball. So I still have an appreciation, a love value for it. But when it comes to like different leagues, that's where I can't get it all the way. I know there's different brackets. Like think of it as NBA has more than one G League. Like let's say
Mm.
A B C D E F, and then G is the top one before you go to the NBA. That's how soccer is with their different leagues and stuff like that, so to speak.
Oh yeah,
Right.
like baseball then, like the double
Well,
A, 2A, or double A, 1A, and triple A.
Yep, 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 yep. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I played soccer for schools when I attended schools back in the day, but I kind of grew appreciation for football
Yeah.
when I was living out of the country. I was living in Trinidad, and all they do, like, they watch football the way we watch
Mm-hmm.
basketball and American football. Their thing is football and cricket.
Yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like, I knew a couple dudes that like literally was trying to train and make it in the league over there. You know what I'm saying? So I know how hard that how could I put this?
That grind.
It's important to them, Skin.
Some might think it's just no. Some might think it's just running around and
Nah.
kicking the ball, but it's a
Nah.
lot more to it. It's a
Mhm.
lot. It's a
I
strenuous.
wouldn't. I don't doubt any sport, like the most softest or non-contact sport. I don't judge that athlete, because when I found out what it really takes to golf, like because somebody, you know what I'm saying, somebody like one of us would think, man, golf, you just hitting the damn ball. They say golfers, the hardest part of golfing is not even golfing; it's just walking the course.
Mm-hmm.
Walking that course for however long you got to walk them 18 holes. Like that's mentally that
Right.
takes a toll on your body. And I'm like, damn, like just walking, you know what I'm saying? And
Because you got to think about it. If it's a 400-yard drive, you got to work. You got to walk 400 yards to the
right,
next hole, or
crazy.
to catch that birdie, that putt.
That's
Now
Whatever
listen, when you try to like really
that
swing
par.
at that,
Yeah, that's what's called par.
when you try to swing that golf ball, and people tell you, no, you gotta use your hips, and you really get into it, yo, you don't twist right, you will fuck up a hip.
I don't see how the more of them dudes don't be having hip replacement. Fam, how, like, pause, how hard you gotta torque your hips. Pause.
Hey,
Like for real.
hey, tomato.
Torque.
You're doing a lot of twisting
Yeah.
and
Right.
gyrating.
Yeah.
And the amount of pressure you got to do when you're doing that just to golf, bro. And then say you got to do that like 100 times out in one game of golf. Like, hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. My knees hurt when I walk up the stairs, 2 flights of stairs.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, man. Prayers to everybody in that Super League. Hopefully all the players and teams get their money.
My hood ass has never golfed.
I've never.
I mean, like, I've done like little miniature golf, but I've never been on like an actual golf course.
I've been on a golf course, but we wasn't golfing. We was being retarded. But
I've
never golfed.
No, you know what? Take that back. I've been on a golf course, but like you said, I wasn't golfing. I think I was there for like a brunch or something.
Yeah, I'm actually down the street from one of the Valley's most popular golf sites. there's always somebody golfing right there. Always.
Oh, like I'm sure Charles Barkley over there, and he live in Arizona and shit.
Yeah. And I think I've told you guys off wax. Everybody already got like condos and houses out here. Like one person that always surprised me was West Side Gun. When I found out he's got a place out here, I was like, yo, everybody's staying out.
I said, yo, I'm out there. I said, yo, I'm out there. As soon as I said, oh, word, you in Arizona? I'm out there.
No, on the low, they saying Arizona is like a place where people really camping out at, like as far as getting houses and then just retiring there or just make sure they have a spot in Arizona.
Yeah. I feel like Arizona is the new Texas. Like Texas is where everybody wanted to go, and man, listen.
Yes,
all right. If y'all want to come out here, y'all come out here. Skins, I already talked to you about it, so you let me know when you ready.
Nah, okay. I'm coming. Okay. I'm coming.
Ain't nobody dealing with that.
I'm coming.
I'm
to Central.
Listen, I'm trying to warn DJ. I'm trying to warn them, but nobody want to listen about the heat, man. If you're not prepared,
it'd be like 120 at midnight.
Listen, I'm from the islands,
and that's dry.
I'm from the islands. That ain't nothing.
All right.
Dealt with it.
All right. What's next in the sports world, man? I know y'all was talking about that UFC.
Yeah. So I'm not a big UFC guy, but I usually watch like the big fights. So
my man Usman.
That was,
all I'm saying is he said he was gonna win and he won.
He won. Came in with that little quick 1-2. Oh man. Pound for pound, best fighter right now.
Knocked the soul out that man.
Yes.
Out of body experience.
So was this the same event where the guy like broke his fibula or something?
That's what I was gonna segue when you said prayers, because
that was crazy. And he tried to land back on the foot because he didn't even know he broke it.
Yeah,
that was crazy. Because it to me it wasn't the break that was crazy. It's when he tried to
he tried
to stand and plant his foot. I said,
it just gave out. I ain't gonna lie, seeing gruesome injuries like that, it be making my limbs hurt.
But
I could imagine Joe Rogan's face because they there, like.
And then you could hear the snap through the TV.
Oh, for sure.
So imagine if you right there, like,
that's just disgusting, bro. I hope he all right though, man. Because I seen a steel shot of that leg. His foot was
they posted a video like I want to say not too long ago on World Star of him. You know what I'm saying, giving us an update on his leg. It's all wrapped up, you know. They probably put pins in it to immobilize.
I heard he went into surgery today, so hopefully he's doing much better than what he was. So yeah, that's all I got for UFC. Like I said, I
keeping it in.
Also, shout out to I think her name is Namajuna. Yeah, she caught that W off the champion.
Was it the I don't want to fuck it up for the UFC fans. Was that for the strawweight title? Was that the one? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I seen kind of the end of it, but yeah. I may have to get back in the UFC. It's been a minute.
Keeping it in that realm of world, which I don't know if it's true or not, but I seen like an article about what is it? Jake Paul and Floyd trying to set a schedule of fight. What y'all think about that?
Real quick, if you guys don't mind, because since I'm always the one kind of looking back on the videos and I get to do a little editing behind the scenes for the audience, I listen to my take. I like y'all takes. I be wild with my takes. So so when Skins was asking me about that Jake Paul fight, was it fixed? And I was like, yes. Of course, I had to see it. The celebration. The one hit the quitter. Who's gonna take him down?
All right. Let me ask you a question.
A real boxer.
Let me ask you a question, Scores, because you say you saw it. Did it look organic? Did it look like
Hell
he
no.
just caught him.
That shit
And
was fixed. I'm saying it right now. The fight was fixed.
all right, then
The fight was fixed.
I can't even necessarily say that he's even valued as a boxer. Like, how can
I gotta go back. No, it wasn't, man.
Yeah,
It wasn't. Oh man, it was not.
Oh, he put in
So
work.
he just had hands and feet.
But he looked good compared to a retired non-boxing
I was just
fighter.
about to say that. You got to look who they putting him against. They're not putting him against real fighters.
So going back to what you were saying last week, you were right. But I was so quick to say the fight was fixed. I was like, yo, I just want to see him go against a boxer. Floyd's a boxer, but Floyd's just doing this for money. Come on, man. But
hey, why not? Why not do it for money?
As far, if you want to talk about that particular matchup, now of course I'm gonna say it's uneven because Floyd is a trained boxer. Right. At that, Floyd is one of the best defensive boxers.
Not one of.
That's what gets me
best
frustrated.
Boxer ever in boxing history. If we're not gonna give him the greatest boxer title of all time, which I'm okay with not.
I don't care if Jake Paul might punch harder than Floyd. You have to catch Floyd, which you will never do. And by the third round, you will be dog shit.
Some of the greatest boxers in the world, listen, some of the greatest boxers in the world has tried to hit this man and has been very unsuccessful. Jake Paul stands not a chance to hit.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think Conor McGregor would beat Jake Paul?
Ooh, yes.
So there you go.
Just off of a
pure... Conor McGregor could barely touch Floyd.
Only time he touched Floyd because Floyd wanted to make it look like, all right, let me sell it a little bit.
Exactly.
I would see more entertainment with Conor McGregor and Jake Paul. Floyd is one of the.
I would want to see that though.
Floyd's just going to be defense. He's gonna entertain the crowd. He's gonna go for the bag, but he's also going to make Jake Paul look good, and there's not going to be a knockout coming from Floyd. So they'll last the whole 9 rounds.
Here's the thing about that, right? I could see them going into that fight. Let's say they do fight. I could see them going into that fight with some type of like rules or whatever. Hey, this is what's going to happen. Blah 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 blah. I could see Jake Paul being arrogant and dumb to just say like, I'm not following no rules. I'm trying to beat Floyd. Like real life. While Floyd, on the other hand, is like, I'm going to make it look good. I'm going to let you hit me a couple times, This is sell the fight a little bit because you know what I really do to you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying Jake Paul is the best fighter. I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? But the man knows what he's doing somewhat. We can't agree on that. The man knows what he's doing in a boxing ring. If he catches Floyd with one and Floyd goes down.
I'm not going to fully agree with that until I see him put down
somebody who,
a licensed, trained, seasoned boxer. And I mean a boxer with at least 10 fights under his belt. And out of them 10 fights, he got at least 6 or more wins. Not no 3-7. You facing somebody with a losing record. No, you facing somebody with a winning record, and they got at least more than 10 fights under their belt. Really 20 fights under their belt. Because to me, it's to prove a point. Like, I think you're more hyped because of your origins. You're a YouTuber, so people don't really expect, you know what I'm saying, your skill and your talent level, and that's why you're getting those type of fights that you're getting. Right,
but it's also because
if you was to really go against somebody in his class and his weight that really boxes, they're gonna knock his head off.
Yeah. And he a big type of dude, so he gonna have to fight somebody that's in a good weight class.
Yeah. Do you guys, hypothetically, if the fight happened, would you guys purchase it?
I would call Sugar Shane Mosley out of retirement right now. Yo, just come
tune him up real quick.
This is a little young nigga,
tune him up. Nah, but to answer your question, Scores, No way. I would not pay for that.
Nah,
I am A-okay.
I'm not gonna waste my time. Nah, no way.
You think Javante could do it?
Come on.
Yes.
I don't think he would do
I
it.
think he hit.
Wait, DJ, why'd you have to think about it?
I don't think he. I
No,
don't think he
I didn't
would
think
do
about
it,
it.
but I think he hit hard enough. I think he hit hard enough to night Jake Paul.
For sure. Man, only fight I want to see Javante next, though, I ain't gonna lie. We overdue for him and Ryan Garcia.
Yeah.
I still.
You don't think Garcia ready?
No, I think he ready. I just don't think he gonna beat him.
No, I don't think he gonna beat him either, but I still want to see it. But that young boy tough though. We ain't gonna do that. That young Mexican fighter is tough.
Nah, I've watched this fight.
like
You're
him.
definitely right. You know what I'm saying?
I like
He's a solid fighter, but like I said, when you put him next to Tank,
right,
it's just.
And for him, I hope
you're gonna really have to try to do a number on Tank, and I really haven't seen too many fighters where their punches affect them.
True.
Like he eat them.
He eat a lot. Yeah.
So it's just like if you can't slow this man down to where his punches he's not throwing as hard,
right?
You're gonna have a problem.
And the thing about with me, I don't want Garcia because I know he's a good fighter, and I know if he stay on the track he on now, he can be one of the greats in boxing. But I don't want him to go get whooped by Gervonta Davis early in his career and it throw off his whole confidence, and he never becomes the boxer that he could be.
One thing I would say about Garcia, if he could become faster, he might have a chance.
He fast though. He fast.
No, but I mean faster.
Yeah.
Faster. You have to be faster because by the time Javante is looking to throw a 1-2 combo, you have to have a 3 counter combo already set.
In the tub, for sure.
Yeah. You have to be faster because that's what's going to throw him off, and then he's going to have to reset his whole strategy.
Mm-hmm. No, it's going to be interesting. Boxing got some good matches possible.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, what's next on the docket, boys?
Man, we at 30, almost 30 minutes.
You want to talk about the MVP race?
Let's do it.
I mean, we could. Yeah, not Curry up there. I want to say right now because y'all always talk about I throw mad Curry on Curry. I throw mad seasoning on Curry. So
let me hear.
Right
give
now,
it to me. Let me hear the Curry.
I'm gonna give a little bit of some flowers right now. He's doing his thing. He killing it. He's trying to prove a point, obviously. You know. Now, my opinion, as of right now, like this week, he's in the top 3. Discussion. He's in the top 3.
Who's the other 2?
Of course, is Jokic and Embiid.
Okay. A little different.
Well, who you got?
Who you got?
I don't want to sound biased, man, but check this out. Only reason I got Curry ahead of Jokic, and I know they both listen. See, I knew y'all was gonna do that.
Nah, go ahead, talk your ish.
But
you got the jersey on, and
you know what I'm saying? It's 2 parts though. I believe Jokic is going to win. Let me say that, and I'm not mad at it. I don't think it's like, oh, they cheating or whatever. He deserves to win. But the reason that I would put Curry ahead, so Denver has only lost 2 games in the last 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Who was those 2 games he lost to? The Warriors. How many points does Curry have in them 2 games? He's averaging almost 40 points, 45 points in those 2 games with 9 threes made per game.
Yeah, but
we've won each game.
It's not MVP of the week.
No. That's what I'm saying.
This season.
But listen. So, see, I don't like when people are saying that because they making it like Curry ain't been doing it. He's been doing this all year. Nobody was paying attention in the beginning.
I'm not saying he wasn't doing it all year, but if you were doing it and you were not, because put it like this from a team perspective,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to say, if you're thinking team, this is
Right.
looking real selfish.
From who?
I see what you're saying.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm about to kill that. Who's looking selfish?
Now,
Curry?
no. I'm just what he's doing right now.
No, it doesn't.
Like,
no, it does not look. No, it doesn't. No.
Let me talk.
All right, I'm gonna let you finish.
Let me talk.
But since you said that, let me.
No, you could shoot. You could
Okay,
kill
go ahead,
that.
go ahead,
but let me finish. Let me get this out.
Oh man,
as far as what Jokic has been doing this season, let me ask you a question. With Jokic not on the Nuggets, do they have that record?
No.
Okay. No. Before I answer that, pre their injuries that they got, because Jamal Murray hurt, Will Barton's hurt, Monte Morris is hurt. So before all these injuries,
I wouldn't rank them as high.
Okay, right. Before all these injuries, without Jokic, they're still a better team than the Warriors. Continue.
Okay.
Right. You said it. I understand they're still a better team. I didn't ask that. I said would they have the record that they have now?
They'll be in the top 8.
They'd probably be number 8.
Yeah. So just they'll be right where the Warriors is, like fighting for 7th through 10th right now. Yeah.
Right. So this is the one of the main reasons why he's that talk right now, because the fact that he's playing on the Nuggets.
Okay.
I'm saying basically he's a pivotal, if not the pivotal part of their team.
All right, now
I'm not saying Steph Curry ain't the pivotal part of your team.
I was about to say, and without Curry, this Warriors team is the worst team in the entire NBA.
But I do want to just jump in and say with Joker, he's been consistent all season. He hasn't missed a game.
He hasn't missed a game. Right.
So that to me just kind of edges out Curry just a bit. I'm definitely putting respect on Curry's name. However, you can't deny the performance Joker has put on. That's why
right.
he's at the front. Everyone else has been injured or been on a downfall.
For sure.
I would also say that's why they're a factor in the in the playoff race.
Because the Joker, for sure.
Yeah.
So this is why he's number 1.
Yeah, I'm not mad at him being number 1. I'm really not. Like I think he should win. I just would have like I thought Denver would start to fall once Murray got hurt. I'm not gonna lie. Like I thought Denver would start to slide, and that's what I'm banking on when I say that I think Curry should win. I'm still banking on Denver sliding in the
sliding.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's still like 11 games left, and it's just like it's only for so long Jokic is gonna be able to carry them without all those players. But even me saying that, they up right now on a hot Memphis team, so it's like, will they slide? You know what I'm saying? And if they don't, if he actually keep them in that 4th spot, he's the hands down MVP. Hands down. And to me, the only true way Curry can put himself above Jokic is if he get us to the 6th, possibly 7th seed, which is still possible right now. It's still, statistically, it could still happen. I don't think we're going to get to the 6th seed. I think that's a bit much. Right now, we 2 games behind Dallas for who holds the 6th spot. But for Curry to really get it, he's going to have to get us there. If not, great season, but you may not be the MVP, even though I would have him as an MVP because I'm seeing everything that he's really doing to even, like, I don't think the rest of the media and the rest of the world really know how trash this Warriors team is. But since Warrior fans, we watch it every day and we watch it all the time, we know what happens the minute Curry sits down. This team is pure garbage without him. So that's just why it's like, oh man, he deserves to be it. But I understand Jokic being number 1 too, though.
But you know what?
And by the way, I think that's going real quick. I think that's going to do wonders for the Nuggets as far as having an MVP. Like I think that's big for their franchise.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah. I think overall, just their season is big for their franchise.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying?
But they've had seasons like this before, though. They've had seasons like this before. They was in 2019. They finished as the 2nd seed, so they've had good seasons before.
they've been coming up over the years. Like,
I think this was the year before Murray got hurt. This was the year that it was actually like, all right, it's finals or we really had a failure of a season. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? This season is really their breakout season, not 2019, because it still is. I think it still is.
I mean, it is, but they don't have a chance, bro. They're not. I mean, they're a really, really good team, but without Murray,
so you say without Murray, they're done. Like, how far do you think they could go hypothetically without Murray? Where do you see them? How far?
Second round.
Wow.
Like, you're not getting past the Clippers. You're not getting past the Jazz. You're not getting past the Lakers without Murray. So if they go to the second round, it's going to be one of those three teams.
They might get past the Jazz.
I was just about to say, they might get squeaked
without Jazz in a Nuggets series, I see that going 7 games.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And even with, you know what, without Murray, they may be able to beat Utah. But even saying that, if they do that, they'll go get killed by the Clippers or Lakers without Murray.
But hold on, I want to go back. I want to go back to the Clippers.
Yeah, in the overall, yeah.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
But you saying they can't take out the Clippers though?
Nah,
I don't know.
I agree with Schools. I don't know about that one.
I don't know.
It would be a hell of a.
It would be a
series.
It would be a hell of a dogfight.
I'll put it like this: you see that Game 6? Game 6 would be interesting.
And then not only that, I also think
because then I would be able to what you would call give my my summary on Kawhi Leonard. Put it like that, because I feel like there's a little hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason I may have to agree with y'all though, I may have to agree with y'all on they could beat the Clippers. Out of all the teams in the West, I think the Clippers feel like they're the second best team, right? I think they feel like, hey, as long as it ain't the Lakers, we're better than anybody, right? But I think with Denver, it's up here. Denver has the Clippers up here.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they beat them last year in the bubble in the playoffs, and they beat them this year.
It's not just guaranteed. It's not the same Clippers team, but we have seen this from previous Clipper teams where they've had solid seasons and they fell apart in the playoffs.
That's why I don't have faith in. I don't have faith in PG. I definitely don't have faith in Boogie. I don't. Yeah, I'm sorry.
No disrespect to Boogie, but he just not what he used to.
So, like, a lot would be riding on Kawhi to basically hold it together. You know what I'm saying, and make sure that his counterparts, players, you know what I'm saying,
exactly.
if not to his level, as you know what I'm saying, better.
As a Warrior fan, my dream scenario is Kawhi Leonard going crazy in the playoffs. But PG sucks, and it's just not enough, and they still get whooped. And then he looks around and says, hey, I can't get it done with Paul George. I think I'm going to take a 5-hour trip up north. You know what I'm saying? Go team up with Curry. You know what I'm saying?
Real quick, what team you feel like Kawhi was the best on?
Spurs. I'm done.
Raptors.
Me too. I agree with that too.
Raptors.
Spurs.
What do you mean? You mean the best as far as like just his
overall,
ability?
just overall play.
P Kawhi, and San Antonio. Raptors. I'm done.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Yeah.
All right.
He was the most solid player on the Spurs next to, you know what I'm saying, who he was playing around Ginobili. And
I don't know, because look, his last, maybe, but it would have to only be his very last year in San Antonio, because that's when his offensive ability met his defensive ability. Like, Kawhi has always been a super, super elite defender, but he was a mediocre offensive player. Not mediocre as far as scoring, but he couldn't really create off the dribble and get his own shot. I think his last year in San Antonio, he was able to get his own shot. And then we also seen that carry over to the Raptors, where it was just like, all right, now this dude is like Kobe mixed in with Pippen, you know, which is a crazy thing to me.
I would say Kobe mixed in with like a Latrell Sprewell as far as like the aggressiveness.
Okay. Okay.
because I want to say Kawhi plays with a little bit of aggression and strength. He like a power player.
Facts. He definitely played with he just muscle through dudes.
Right.
Yeah, I think he was the best on Toronto though. But both years he was dope.
Okay.
It's gonna be good. The MVP race, I think, is gonna be good though, man. It's gonna come down to Jokic and Curry, I believe. But real quick, shout out to Chris Paul, and I think he deserves a lot more conversation. You could say. I for one usually hate Chris Paul because him and Curry have had like a feud for some years, but you can't deny his greatness, and you can't deny what he brings to a basketball team as far as leadership.
Speaking of which, I
he another
want
one
to.
that get me kind of upset when I think about him because I felt like he's one of those that should have had a ring already.
Yeah,
absolutely, but he won't ring chase.
I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take this time.
Ain't got a necessary.
I'm gonna take this time real quick, boys, and look in this camera and apologize to the Phoenix Suns because I'm gonna eat my words. Still not a fan of my own team, but yo, Chris Paul doing it. But I can't.
We in the same club. We in the same club. You don't like the Suns. I don't like the Knicks.
Yeah, y'all
Shout
weird
out to
as
Julius
hell.
Randle.
I ain't gonna lie.
Now Randle doing his thing too.
Randle,
I don't see. Oh, that boy. Hey, that's another person who need consideration, conversation. Because
he needs
even though they lost tonight, they lost tonight, but he is playing on a different level.
Wait, don't they have that award, most improved player?
He's definitely gonna win most improved.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna win. He's gonna win that for sure.
Okay.
He's gonna win. It ain't. It's really nobody to even compete with him for that. To be honest.
Okay.
But yeah, y'all weird to me. I'm sorry. I don't see how y'all don't root for the hometown teams, man.
I mean, well, one, I put it like this.
What's your reason?
Had the night, like I grew up with the Knicks in the '90s. I was a Knicks fan in the '90s.
I understand.
You know how many times we went to the Palace to get shut down. They let me down. Pat Riley, fuck you. Jeff Van Gundy, fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
Understandable.
Still scarred from that.
Right. I would say for me, my family is just Arizona born and bred, so everyone fucks with every Arizona team. When you're born into that, you just kind of want to deflect from that. You don't want to just follow the family. So I've always been Bulls, Rockets, sometimes San Antonio. That's it. If there's any real Arizona team, maybe Diamondbacks, U of A. That's it. But nah, I can't do Suns. I'm sorry. Nope. I can't. Listen, if they win,
change your mind in the playoffs.
I will say this: if they even, now I'm gonna do it. If they make it to the second round,
Shout out to Sean Marion.
I'm gonna get me a jersey. I'm gonna rock the jersey.
Oh snap! I ain't gonna lie. As a Warrior fan, I pray we get the 7th seed and see the Suns in the first round. No disrespect to the Suns, I just don't think.
Yeah, I remember when the Suns used to be a problem for the Lakers.
Listen,
Steve Nash, Amari Stoudemire, and Sean Marion.
That was the squad. That was the squad.
To this day, if Robert Horry, I know that was against the Spurs, but if Robert Horry don't hurt Steve Nash when he threw him against the side thing, whatever.
Yeah.
The Suns was going to the finals that year.
Facts.
They was gonna go to the finals that year. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, it's gonna be a good race.
How do you guys feel about the upcoming draft?
I'm excited. I can't wait. Can't wait to the NFL draft.
I will say this, bro. This is the most exciting, the most suspenseful, the most dramatic that a draft as I've seen in a long time. I know for me personally, I usually pay attention to who my team is going to draft.
Mm-hmm.
I never really care about like what other teams are going to do and like just watching the whole draft. But this year, the NFL has done a really great job at pushing the draft and making it suspenseful. And I actually read an article earlier on the Niners page that suggested that the NFL may have asked Kyle Shanahan, the Niners head coach, not to announce who he's going to draft because it was evident that Trevor Lawrence was going 1 to the Jags, and then once the Jets announced that they were picking Zach Wilson number 2, it became less suspenseful who was going number 2. So I really think, not that I think, I've read it in an article that they asked the Niners not to announce who we're picking just to keep the top of the draft suspenseful. And
I know who y'all picking. I know who we picking.
I hope not, bro. Like it's not. I promise y'all, I could be doing
shout
something.
Out to Justin Fields. No, shout out to Justin Fields. It's fucked up how they doing you. They doing you dirty, man.
They doing you dirty,
crazy.
bro. Just real quick,
that's crazy,
if I can just take this time, I know he may or may not ever see this. Who knows? We may have a Justin Fields relative who watched this show. Just let me say this real. I'm gonna look right in this camera right here and say this to you, Justin Fields, on the behalf of the entire San Francisco 49ers fan base. We want you. We want you to be the quarterback of this franchise for the next 10 to 15 years. It's not us who don't want you, my friend. Apparently, it's the coaches and the other dumb people in that building who don't want you because we, as fans, we want you.
Yeah, but one thing I'm starting to find out is there's a lot of teams that's starting to pass because of his pre-existing medical condition.
Come on.
I'm saying the fact that he has epilepsy. So you got to factor that in when you're talking about a quarterback being hit and him being epileptic, where a hit, the right hit, can easily knock him into a seizure.
I get that, but is everybody doing this extensive search into the other potential QBs? You telling me there's no dirt?
Not only that,
not only that.
And now, not only that, here's my thing with his whole epilepsy, right? This man's, apparently, like he didn't just get this, like,
no,
3
you're
days
right.
ago.
He's been playing the whole time.
When he threw 6 touchdowns against Clemson, when he took that hit in the national championship game or in the semifinal game, when he almost didn't play no more, he had epilepsy then too. So when he proceeded to throw 5 touchdowns, he still had epilepsy. Mm-hmm. That's obviously not affected him, bro. He can still play quarterback and be successful at the position of quarterback and deal with this condition that he has. So I don't think it should be held against him in a sense to say, oh my gosh, do you see that? He can't play quarterback. Yes, he can, bro. Like, and don't, it's really making me so frustrated.
I can sit there and say there's probably like some NFL insiders report where they have some information that the public is not privy to about
the reason. The reason I'm not going to roll with that is because any negative information that's coming out on this dude right now, they're going out of their way to make sure we know it. So if it was anything else on Justin Fields that behind the scenes, like negatively behind the scenes, they would tell us.
Yeah, but I don't think it's behind the scenes. It might be something internally. It might be something talent-wise where, you know what I'm saying, the medical examiner, or, you know what I'm saying, whoever he went to is giving the NFL organization a realistic timeline of how long he has. You know what I'm saying? We don't know anything. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing, his people like Justin Fields and his team, they're gonna do a good job of covering that, so certain teams don't find that out, because his stock will fall once they do find that out. So if they're uncovering things as it's getting closer to draft, then that's the reason why he's falling out of favor with the 49ers and maybe the first.
I would agree with you.
7 teams.
I would agree with you, but he's not even falling out of place. He started falling. Like started out talk, with him falling.
That's the talk. The talk is that he might not even go before 7.
No. I'm saying
that's going to be my question. That was going to be my question.
That's the talk for sure. He's fallen, but I'm saying it's not like he started. Like he started as the number 2 quarterback, but the minute they start talking about it, they already just start putting him down. Before you know what I'm saying? Like before things started to roll out about him, the minute they started to have the conversation of ranking the quarterbacks after the college ended or whatever, that's the minute he started to fall. So it wasn't even like facts coming out like, oh, he's falling for this, he's falling for that. It was just apparently the eye test was the reason he was fall. Oh, he can't process information fast enough. He can't do this. He can't do that. It's like, how about we talk about what he could do? Because he can do a lot and a lot of good.
Right.
But I just think it's unfortunate, man. The politics, like, and one last thing I'll say, then we can get off of that. It can't be that he's falling, but the best coach in the entire world of any major sports, the greatest coach of all time in any major sports is willing to take him, is willing to draft up and take him. I'm sorry, like I can't roll. If I'm trying to do something in life and I'm trying to get advice for somebody, or if I'm thinking about making a decision and I'm like torn on this decision, if somebody who do what I do and they're the greatest at this ever of all time is thinking about doing the thing that I'm thinking about doing, that's gonna have me thinking to myself, I'm on the right track. You get what I'm saying? Like, stay with this. You on the right track. You're obviously thinking of the right thing. If the person who do what I do, the greatest of all time, and that's Bill Belichick, is thinking about drafting him, then maybe we should really take a look at drafting this dude. That's all I'm saying. So it can't be that he's falling, but then here come the Patriots, one of the greatest organizations ever, and they see, hey, no, this dude can play football.
Listen,
Cam Newton re-signed.
Yeah,
he did, but
he resigned.
I think it was only for a year.
It was only 1 year. So the writings is on the wall as far as them needing a quarterback.
But you know what? I think they only gave him that year since he had COVID and then he had an injury. So it was just kind of like a bad start coming in for New England. So now this is like, okay, let's wipe the slate clean. Let's see how you put in the work. So hopefully he goes back to that prime Cam, but let's be honest, I don't see that happening. I don't see that happening.
I don't think he'll ever get back to that MVP year, Cam. But I do think that, like, because I don't know if y'all paid attention, but they actually started off pretty well, and it was like 2-1 at one point, and they were playing some good football. Then he got sick, then he got hurt, and all this other stuff. So I think, like you just said, I think they going into it like, hey, let's give him a fair chance, because they didn't have no weapons around him last year either. He didn't really have nobody to throw to.
Correct.
So they took care of all that. They got him some tight ends. They got him a receiver. They got him O-line help. So I think they're looking at it like, okay, let's give him a full year of being healthy, and then let's also give him a shot with a good team around him. And then if he can't succeed, then it's like, all right, you got to go.
Right. So then real quick, for the draft, where do you guys see Justin Fields in regards to draft pick?
If he falls. Right.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't want to see him go past 3, but if for some dumb, unstupid reason we pass on him at 3, I don't see him going. Like, if he gets past 3 and 4, and if he passes the Niners and Falcons, I see the Patriots coming up to like 6 to grab him. Like, the Patriots not going to let him fall too far before they think to themselves, all right, we got to go up and take him now.
They're not that stupid.
He's still there at 6-7. Right, like, people are not that stupid. So I say between like 6-7.
Okay, Skins.
And if he put, like, I agree, but if he go past 7, the Giants better take him immediately.
Hey, I like Danny Dimes though, man.
Danny, what? Danny fall on his face dying? Yo,
get the fuck out of here.
Get him out of here.
Hey, let me say this real quick. Timeout. If the effing Giants have Justin Fields and Saquon Barkley, you can forget it. You can forget. That is the division winners.
I don't think the Giants think they have a chance, but if they do, man, that would be
what pick the Giants got?
But New York is going to New York.
They got the 10th
gonna fuck
pick.
it up.
I thought the Cowboys got the 10th pick.
Let me double check this.
Yeah, the Cowboys got the 10th. I know for sure because they was talking about getting Giants might be like 8th or 9th. Well, actually, I know Carolina's 8th, Carolina's 9th, Detroit's 8th, Denver is 7th, Dolphins are 6th. I don't know.
Oh yeah, the Giants is 11th.
11th, okay. If he's there at 11th, man, oh my God, that is just a travesty. That's a travesty. And I honestly, I feel sorry for him, to be honest, because like he hasn't done nothing wrong. He's just, getting talked about all negative and, they nitpicking and breaking down everything about him. And it's like, man, this dude is really just a good quarterback trying to get drafted.
Yeah, one thing them NFL scouts and like I said, the people that they pay to do background checks and go 10 years back, way before you went to college, you was in high school, and they dig up dirt.
They look for everything.
Like I said, if they find something, and it's something that could affect you to this day,
but see,
it go. You know what I'm saying? It's going on your report.
That's what lets you know how much politics this is, because y'all say, and I agree, they do all that stuff, right? And we still haven't heard one word. I've seen it on some stations, but it hasn't been a big enough story as I like about Mac Jones DUIs. It's like y'all go do all this investigating, but somehow
watch how you talk about your future quarterback.
Apparently, man, I'm in stage 5 of denial right now.
Watch how you talk about your future quarterback.
For real.
That's gonna hurt my heart, bro.
He's a solid quarterback, though. I don't like him. I don't like him for the 49ers, but he is a solid quarterback.
That's the cold part. He's a solid quarterback. You don't trade 2 first-round picks and swap another for us to go up to 3 for a solid quarterback.
Let me ask: does he
Jimmy
still have?
G is a solid quarterback.
Does he have the same mobility as Fields?
No, he's a not.
No.
He's worse than Jimmy G when it comes to mobility. Okay, he's about the same. Right? And that's the issue. You don't trade up to 3 and go get Jimmy G 2.0. Like honestly, I swear to God, if we knew we were gonna trade up to go get Mac Jones, I would honestly rather us, and I wouldn't even be mad if we do it still. If y'all set on getting Mac Jones, keep Jimmy G and get Kyle Pitts.
I think
and have the greatest offense ever.
The initial play was to trade up for Justin Fields, but like I said, they might have found out about something about Justin Fields.
Then get Trey Lance
that ain't public yet. So now they have to settle for, you know what I'm saying, the second best price or the second best choice, which is Mac Jones.
It could be. I mean, you would just think, right, after a coach has lost in 2 years, we've lost to Patrick Mahomes, we've lost to Lamar Jackson, we've lost to Carson Wentz, we've lost to Kyler Murray, we've lost to Russell Wilson. What does all those quarterbacks have in common? Gee, go figure. They're mobile. Mm-hmm. We've lost to all those dudes in the last 2 years in heartbreak fashion. You would think that when you have if a guy has a choice who's lost to those dudes, has a choice to go get one of his own of those type of dudes, you would think it's a no-brainer.
I can't think of any other QB besides Tom Brady that's still elite in the pocket. Like nowadays for NFL, you have to be mobile. You have to.
And then that's another thing. They keep saying like, "Oh, well, Tom Brady is winning Super Bowls. He's not mobile. He's Tom freaking Brady.
He's a different fucking breed."
Right. You can't compare some rookie dude who ain't played a snap and to say he might reach Brady. Like Tom Brady is Tom Brady.
Yep.
Oh, yep. Drew Brees isn't mobile. He's fucking Brees.
Yep.
I understand what they're saying when they say that.
I do too.
When they say these things, it's because they remember when, and put like this, everybody slept on Brady.
Facts.
Oh hell yeah!
It was about Drew Bledsoe. If Drew Bledsoe didn't get hurt, we wouldn't even know about Brady like that.
Man,
Facts.
Yeah, we wouldn't know Brady was the truth.
Right.
So we ended up finding out later Brady is the truth. I would say Brady is cut from a Dan Marino, Joe Montana. He cut from that cloth where you had a powerful arm.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whether he's a scramble quarterback, he's a pocket quarterback, which to me, he's the most traditional pocket quarterback that you can get. Like, it don't get no better than Tom Brady as far as being a pocket quarterback and be able to sit in that pocket for 4 to 5 seconds and still get the ball off.
But you know what? That's where I give the offensive line the biggest credit to protect that man. No matter how you label Tom Brady being the greatest, it's always the offensive line. They understand who this man is. They give him that maximum also, protection no matter what.
That also comes with great coaching and basically understanding what kind of quarterback you have and what he needs to be the most successful. So if you know Brady needs time and space, give him that. Give him the biggest, fastest, and strongest, you know what I'm saying, O-line that you can get, that money can buy.
I'll go further.
You're going to get a Super Bowl. That's going to be the result.
If you can keep him up, you're going to get a Super Bowl.
I'll go further and say it's a good leadership on Brady for taking care of his boys, whether if it's on the field and off field. Hey, you guys protect me. I appreciate it. Let me show my appreciation, however it is. And those guys look at that as, I'm playing with Tom fucking Brady. If he's on my team, I have a better chance of getting the ring. I'm going all out for this man. And everybody gets elevated. And I love that. That's why I can't shit on Brady anymore. He is the greatest of all time.
You actually seen that this year play out in the offseason.
Yes.
I've never seen that many players off of one Super Bowl winning team say, the hell with my fat ass contract right now. I'm about to come win again. Like, we got Tom Brady. I'm about to go back and win another Super Bowl. They had like 4 dudes who could have really went and got the big bag, but they come back.
Nah.
They come back for one more year on a smaller deal just to play because they was like, nah, Tom Brady, like, we really might go win it again. We got
Let's
Tom
run
Brady.
it back. Let's run it back.
And in football, that's rare where guys say, I'm willing to sacrifice my winning over my financial security, because football is one play, your whole life can be over. So that, I think Tom Brady leadership showed so much with that whole that team just signing back. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What they saying about Trevor Lawrence, basically, I want to say they're saying that because they've seen it in other players that basically went on to be the greatest. You know what I'm saying? I've watched tape on Trevor Lawrence. He has that arm, and he has that what you would call sense of himself and comfortability in the pocket. So if he could somehow transition that into the league, he's gonna be great.
Man, I ain't gonna lie. When he first said those comments about like, oh, football isn't everything, and if I don't win a Super Bowl, I'm cool, whatever. At first, I'm like, man, as a competitor, you don't want to hear him say that. But then when you really take a second to step back and be like, damn, for him to only be a rookie coming in, knowing he has to lead this organization, that's a sense of comfortability that I've never seen in a rookie. Like, he is very, very comfortable in himself as a rookie. That's confidence. That's man, I can go do whatever on that field, bro. Y'all sit back. I got this. And that's kind of what it's like. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see if he says that when he gets that first hit.
Yeah,
when he gets that first
when that Jaguars O-line don't block.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Jaguars be looking flaky, especially
last
season.
They might get that boy hurt. So,
they better throw some money at that O-line.
Real quick. The only good thing I can say about my Niners drafting Mac Jones, this is the only positive that can come out of it. He clearly could see how much this fan base don't want him. We don't want him at all. So I can only hope that is a drive and motivation for him to become so great to want to prove his fan base that's going to draft him wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the fans don't believe in me? Boom. I'm going to make y'all believe in me and show y'all how great I am. That's the only hope, because I'm never going to like him on my team. I don't care what – the only way for me to like him is he has to win maybe 2 Super Bowls. If he doesn't win at least one –
if you don't –
fam, Fam,
You
we're
didn't even say
tired
one.
of
You
not
said two.
All
He's
right.
got to win
two.
two.
Because we're tired of not having a great quarterback. This is a franchise who had
All right.
Joe Montana, and Steve Young.
Facts. The truth.
So, in fact,
Both
we
legends
haven't
right
had
there.
a great quarterback since Steve Young. So you mean to tell me in the league?
You're right. I give you that.
You mean to tell me in a league where it's so visible? And I'm sorry, y'all. We about to be done and get off this. I'm just so passionate about this pick. It's so visible that Justin Fields is about to be the Mahomes, the Deshaun Watson, the Russell Wilson, the Kyler Murray, the Lamar Jackson. Like, come on, bro. We know he's about to be this. And if you put him with George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Brandon Ayuk, Raheem Mostert, all these weapons we have on offense, and then you add a quarterback who got 4.4 speed, and we just gonna pass on him because Mac Jones is so intelligent at the line, because he's so smart and he can make those reads so great. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me.
So let me ask you this, DJ.
You gotta be kidding me.
Let's say 49ers, they take Jones, and let's say if not Atlanta, Carolina, they take Fields, right?
Oh.
Fam, if you put Justin Fields with Julio Jones and Calvin
Ridley, what I'm saying is the Niners end up having a losing season, while Fields, him and the Carolina Panthers, they go to the playoffs. How you gonna feel about that one?
How you gonna want me to feel? Like I'm gonna be hurt. I'm literally, and I'm not gonna be hurt like, oh my God, my team, this should be. I'm gonna be hurt because it's like we had a chance to get him. I keep saying, like, if Kyle Shanahan, I love Kyle Shanahan. I think he's top 5, one of the best coaches in the league right now. I think his play calling, his mind is number 1. I want him on the first thing out of San Francisco if he picked Mac Jones and it don't work. I don't care how good you is as a coach. Only you just botching such a great opportunity. And it's because you have a huge ego. You don't want Justin Fields because he's too athletic and too good. He may take your offense to a level. Like, you want to be able to control how good the offense look. You don't want a quarterback to be able to determine how good the offense look. So with Mac Jones,
now this is gonna sound crazy. I think they don't want the attention of a black quarterback.
Yeah, I mean,
because think about the last black quarterback. No, listen, just think about the last black quarterback they had.
Cap.
That's dumb.
And the attention they got from, because think about the era and the times we in, where we in the period of injustice and athletes like LeBron speaking out because of things happening. So you getting athletes being more verbal, especially athletes of color, because it's happening to persons of color. So now you have to also factor that in. You don't think they went through Justin Fields' Twitter and all his social media handles to see what he ever posted?
And I hope they did, because if they did that to Mac Jones, they would have seen that he is racist. He is racist. He posted some Obama shit when Obama was in office. He had on a Obama face, a fake Obama face, and it said "No Obama." Mm-hmm. So you can't, and we've still yet to hear that on ESPN. We haven't heard that on Fox. We haven't heard. Well, we're not seeing nothing negative.
But listen to the networks he's named
out there:
Fox News, ESPN. Come on, man.
And that's where I get mad at Stephen A. Smith. That's where I get mad at Marcus Spears. That's where I'm mad at Damian Woody. That's where I'm mad at Jalen Rose. All these black dudes on ESPN. It's on y'all. Y'all have to bring it up. The white people ain't gonna bring up the bad stuff on Mac Jones.
They're not gonna bring it up because you got to understand, interns type up these papers that they read off you on a teleprompter. They're not really doing any real research. They have interns and sports analysts in the back doing all of that while they just talk, and the words come on the teleprompter. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to. I'm not discrediting Stephen A. or any sports anchor. I just know how TV works.
Shout out to Jalen Rose. Respect.
A reporter, even a news reporter, they're not necessarily researching the story. They have people hired to research the story. They put, you know what I'm saying, whatever segment together, and you read off the teleprompter or the piece of paper that you have in front of you. But you didn't necessarily type that up yourself.
Right.
So you got to understand, these are words being put in these men's mouth to regurgitate to the viewers.
But I feel like if they were passionate
sometimes
about it,
I
kind
was
of
just
go off
about to say,
script,
sometimes, they'll improv and they'll give their own opinion.
That's why I agree with DJ.
You can tell when it's opinionated and when it's passionate and it's true,
right.
and when it's kind of just some regurgitated information that was probably passed on to them from an intern or one of the sports analysts that's in the back.
Also, let's be clear. Not everybody can go off script. You have to be Stephen A. You have to be, high rank to just go off script.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not just going off script and you knew.
Once you go off script, you lost. You can't get back. You fumbled. Right.
But hopefully, though, man. Hopefully, we draft him, bro. Like I'm praying. I'm praying for this quarterback.
I just have a feeling the 49ers going 49. So
it's sad, man. It's sad. This will be the third time we do the dumbest pick in the entire draft in my life. So
I will say this as a 49ers fan. If we don't get Justin Fields, I'm not rooting for the 49ers this year.
Fam, I'm ready to say that. Y'all think I'm passionate about the Warriors. Y'all ain't seen nothing with my Niners. But
I got all kind of 49er gear. I will leave that right in the closet.
We bet not do that, bro. Like I don't think I'm gonna want to root either. And I'll say this for sure. If we don't get Fields, I'm definitely becoming a fan of the team he go to. Not a real fan, like diehard, the way I'm gonna be still for the Niners. But I'm definitely I'm a fan of that team. They one of my teams I'm watching now because he's just such a dynamic quarterback, bro. And I feel bad for him. Like I'm rooting for him now because it's like all these people trying to bring you down and knock you down and say what you ain't and what you can't do, and all you doing is going out there and showing how great you are. Like, come on, man.
Tell the 49ers right now, y'all trade for Mac Jones. I'm going to be a Tampa Bay fan.
I might go fuck with the Las Vegas Raiders. Shout out to my cousin, man.
All
Shout
right.
out to the Rams too.
All right, fourth quarter, final stretch. You guys got anything left on the table? Anything left on the docket?
Man, fourth quarter. Let me talk my ish real quick before we get out of here. I just want to say, Golden State Warriors, I'm proud of y'all. We 8-2 in our last 10. Yeah, I'm saying we itching up to that 7th, 8th, 6th spot. You know what I'm talking about. Curry, you the man. Keep doing it. Keep getting us up there. That's all I got. That's how I'm closing up.
Skins?
I just want to shout out, you know what I'm saying, the fans, everybody showing us love, you know what I'm saying, giving us the views,
facts,
giving us the support on all the other DSPs. You know what I'm saying, keep supporting, keep watching. We're going to keep giving y'all good content.
Like, comment, and please subscribe. We ain't used to the YouTube having to say that. We ain't used to having to throw that in there. So please bear with us. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, if you guys notice,
we can see that a lot of y'all are just watching and not subscribing. So please, subscribe. It helps us help you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
don't wait till we blow up to say, "Oh, you was a day one."
Big facts. Big facts. Yeah, we never come off as fake. All of us are genuine. We just speak from the heart. Sometimes when we get a little loud, it's just because we passionate about our sport. We passionate about our players. So when we tell you guys we appreciate it, we mean it. So for those of you that have subscribed, salute. Thank you so much. To those that just drop in time to time. Why don't you stay for a bit? How about you hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell as well. Thank you too, but show your appreciation as well. You know,
man.
Also as well, we do have a Discord up, Talk Your Ish Podcast, the official Talk Your Ish Podcast server. So if you definitely want to hang out with us, talk your own ish, come on through.
Please come in there with them weak ass basketball takes so I can be killing y'all with straight facts. Please. I'm in there 24/7. How you want to get it? We can go back and forth and I'll kill you with facts.
Yeah.
I'm in there
So
as well.
we are all in there as well. We got the room ready. So come on in, stop in, say what's up, talk to us for a bit, and we'll keep you guys entertained. We promise. Skins,
Oh man, real quick. Shout out to Khalil. Shout out to our pod brother Khalil. We you know what I'm saying?
Back on the milk box.
Back on the milk box. We waiting on you, brother.
You know what I'm saying? I hope you I don't know if you're in training or you're in vacation, but I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Yes, sir. My son out there. My son don't be out there going too wild, son.
Hopefully he bought some more
He
flannels.
gonna be hella mad I said that.
The flannel god.
Now, I was watching a story, I think this past weekend he was at a cabaret. I was peeping. Yeah, I seen Flame and a chick dancing with a ring. I was out there.
Oh, my son out there having a good time. Taught him well.
So usually I sign off, but I always appreciate Skins' little antics because anytime I make these edits, I'm always enjoying his little last comment. So it's only proper that I let Skins, sign us off, man. What you got for this week, man? You ain't gonna air nobody out. You said that last week.
Look, it's been a slow week, so you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna let everybody live. You know what I'm saying, but this has been another episode of Talk Your Ish. You know what I'm saying, go ahead, talk your ish, kid.